talk about commitment to the truth, self, and to relationships. I need to remind you that committing to the truth is not always popular. Sometimes it's not very popular at all. And to stand for the truth in the face of opposition is not easy. Sometimes we have to rise above our fears and stand for the truth we believe. In other words, what I'm saying here is don't compromise who you are. Because when you compromise who you are, you're compromising your spirit. You're compromising God. Standing up for truth is a forceful act, but it's not a violent act. There's a difference. And we have to demonstrate compassion and respect for others as you stand for your truth. So that doesn't mean you have to go in there and act like an idiot. You just have to be strong and be compassionate and respect what other people say, but that doesn't mean you have to change. That doesn't mean you have to get in the last word either. We're a society that likes to get in the last word. We also have to learn to stand alone. We don't rely on psychics. We don't rely on teachers. We don't rely on therapists or guru to discern what is good and true for us. Now, that doesn't mean we don't seek help. We certainly do. And if it resonates with us, we need to follow that help. But if it doesn't resonate with us, if we just don't get it, if we just don't understand, then we just need to go ahead and keep searching, because something will happen and we will catch on to what's going on somehow or another. Now, I hear all the time that God moved away from me. God moved away from me. God is incapable of moving away from you. When you don't feel you're getting guidance, when you don't feel God is with you, that's because you're the one who's moved away. You know, He's not doing the moving. You're doing the moving. And you have to quiet your mind and recenter yourself and get back on track. We do not support behavior that's hurtful to another person, nor do we condemn them. We simply state our truth. Usually the best time to state your truth is when you're asked for it. Most of us like to state our truth regardless. But when you're asked for it, state your truth. That doesn't mean you have to hurt another person. That doesn't mean you have to condemn them. You simply state your truth. It has nothing to do with anybody else. You've got to stand alone on that. Jesus never went out to find people to heal. They all came to Him and asked for His help. That's why the best time to talk to people about something is when they ask. I mean, you never heard Jesus go out and say, hey, you need my healing, so here I am. No, He waited for people to come to Him. The reason for that is that made them more open to what He had to say. It made them more receptive to the truth or to His ideas. And so if we just wait until somebody comes to us, they'll be a little more receptive. Especially with our children. We want to put our old head on their young head, thinking that we can save them from pain. The truth is they have to walk their path. And that's hard for them, and it's hard for us. Jesus never went out to find the people He healed. Always try to remember that. We all carry divine love and wisdom within us. We must carry it, or we must turn within eventually for our answers. So we do gather some ideas. We do listen to what other people have to say, but eventually we have to get our own heart and our own head working together. The longest journey we will ever travel is from our head to our heart. And it can take a lifetime to get that working together. When it's working together, you can make the hardest decisions you've ever made and have the stamina to carry them out. When it's not working together, that's when you make a decision. I'm never going to do this, or I'm never going to do that, and we always end up doing it again. So we have to have our complete selves in union with what we want to do. Jesus has shown us how to listen to other people with respect, but he never accepted ideas and opinion as an authority in his life. So he listens to what people have to say. We listen to what people have to say, but that doesn't mean we have to accept their authority in our life. You know, his authority was within. His authority was with God. Truth lies in the heart along with the essence of love. That's a pretty deep saying. But he never accepted ideas and opinions of other authorities if it didn't resonate with him. Without conditions, you must refuse to be satisfied with imitations. In other words, you've got to make up your mind what is right for you. If you take on somebody else's ideas and you don't have them seated in your soul, it's not going to work very well for you. If you're pure in heart, you'll see God. It says so in the Bible. I believe that. We can never accept things less than truth in order to be one with God. If you accept something that's not truth, it's going to slightly separate you from God. It may only separate you 1 degree, so you're 99% with God and 1% you're separated. Then you go off and you do something that you know you shouldn't do, but you really want to do it, and now you're separated 80% from, or 20% from God and 80% with God. Every time we do things that our heart tells us we shouldn't do, we cause a separation. You have to stay in your own rhythm of life. Just because I think somebody's doing something wrong doesn't mean necessarily that they are. I'd like it for it to mean that, and I could just tell everybody what to do and we'd have the perfect world, at least in my book. But that isn't how it works. Everybody has their own rhythm, everybody has their own learning experiences, and everybody learns different things at different times. Nobody is slower than another person, and nobody is faster than another person. We're all working on this together somehow or another. People can meet you halfway and not have to have such a struggle in things. Do not betray yourself in a relationship. When we compromise, we are compromising God. This is a simple truth, but a hard one to live by. That's something that many of us do even when we know better. We go along with somebody else's program because the payoff is living better in this world, getting money, having something more comfortable, looking good with somebody, getting the job we want, whatever it is. So whenever you compromise like that, it's just probably not a good idea. If you want to succeed in relationship with others, take time to know yourself. How can you know me if you don't take time to know who you are? I know it sounds difficult to comprehend, it sounds difficult to understand, but it's truth with a capital TH. It'll become clear to you when and whom you must say no to and when and whom you can say yes to. But that only becomes clear to you once you know yourself, once you've taken the time to understand your own boundaries and have the courage to live by your boundaries. Perhaps the most rapid path to psychological wholeness and spiritual awakening is through the path of relationships. It will also be your most challenging one. God uses human agents. God uses human agents in relationships to help us move forward. So no matter what your problem, God is the answer. And if you trust in your Heavenly Father, He'll never let you down. God bless you.